way that it's not.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So, I mean, for those of you who said you're single, in today's day and age, what does being single really mean? You know? So you said you're single, correct?
Yeah, I'm single, I'm unmarried, and non-exclusive. You know, not really even a situationship. I mean, I have someone I love very dearly who lives in the UK, and don't really know what the future looks like, but when we see each other, we are very much like a relationship dynamic. But outside of that, I don't ask his business.
Wait, so hold on. Are you in a relationship with this guy?
I love this person, and I think, what's a relationship? Like, I'm in a relationship with my best friend, you know? Like, these are all relationships. It's just, am I free to date? Yes. Do I have someone that I love that I consider a potential future, exclusive partner? Yes.
Is he seeing other women?
I think so, a bit.
Are you seeing other guys?
I was, but not anymore. Yeah, I'm not really interested in, actually dating.
Do you want to have kids one day?
I do. I think
Okay.
I do. I think
With him?
so. I mean, I wouldn't be talking to him or about him like this if I didn't see the potential for that.
That's really wise.
Yeah. Well, we wise up eventually. Hopefully. Or we don't.
But I mean, he lives in the UK, and you guys don't really have any. Doesn't sound like you have an established understanding, really, in terms of the boundaries of your relationship.
No, and that's kind of there's a beauty to that. I mean, there are times when I subscribe to the social norms where I'm like, oh shit, do I need to have him committed to me and all these things, and I'm like, do I even want him to be committed to me? Am I ready to be committed to him? I don't know. I can't necessarily answer this question. So right now, I mean, taking time, really developing the connection, establishing what the values are, really establishing whether this is a future father of my kids, and if he is, then taking it to the next level. I think ultimately I do long for an exclusively monogamous relationship, but I don't know. I've always been really progressive, really open-minded about ownership and possession.
Okay, but you said you were single, but you're currently in love with a man in the UK. So
I said I love him very dearly.
is there a difference between loving someone dearly and being you're not in
think-
love with him?
God, I'm in love with so many aspects of him. I haven't really. I'm pretty guarded, and this person lives long distance, right? So the nature of the interactions that we have are short-lived, couple, 3 weeks a month at a time in these gorgeous exotic places, and it's not necessarily a great way. I mean, I don't know. I think I've always been a skeptic about well, how do you know you're in love?
Is he a wealthy guy?
I'm not dating him because of his wealth.
But is he's...
I mean, it's all relative, but I wouldn't define him as a rich guy, financially rich.
Okay.
He's really very, very highly educated. He's upper class.
Is he royal or something?
I met him in a really cool place. He's not necessarily no.
Whose glasses are those? No, just
Yes?
no glasses.
You
Just
want them on?
put them somewhere not on the table, please. That works. Okay. So you're in love with him. You see him how frequently?
I love him so much. I love him very dearly. He's one of my greatest, I've loved him more than our relationship is so stemmed and founded in friendship.
Do you want
So I have a deep
more? Do you
appreciation
want more
for-
with him?
I think so. I think so. I think so.
Have you had that conversation with him?
We did early on in the relationship.
What does he say?
Early on we were pretty we met at a wedding and we were there was love in the air, okay? A really romantic setting. And I was really, at first it was it was a week-long wedding in Pakistan. And we, every night at the end of the night, we kept on gravitating toward each other. And we just had these really, really wonderful, deep, conversations. And I didn't really see any, I felt platonic friendship. But at the end of the week, he came over and he put his hand on my leg while we were talking. I was like, oh, he's
You got the tingle?
Yeah,
You got the tingle?
and I was
Yeah.
am I into this? And I was I'm not necessarily not into this, but it took me by surprise because the whole time I had my eye on someone else at the wedding. Because I was I was yeah. But I ended up really developing this connection. I even remember saying to someone there, I was like, okay, I don't know which guy it is. This was like midway through the week. I was like, with this guy, the one I'm talking about, the connection has grown. With this other guy, it's kind of faded the more I've seen. Like, it was like attraction, and the more I see, the less attracted I am. And my friend was like, well, obviously, it's the one with whom the attraction and connection grows. And it's just continued to grow. I have like a deep respect and appreciation, admiration for him.
How long have you been dating him, I guess you could say?
Right? January 2021.
Okay, so 2.5 years about.
Is it you? Because it sounds like you're both, it seems from what you're saying, it sounds like you're both interested. Do you think it's you or him that's kind of pumping the brakes?
Well, okay, here's what it is. He's come to the US and he's like, fuck that shit. He's like, hell no. He's like, no, not gonna happen. And I haven't spent enough time in the UK. So I mentioned to Pearl, who lives in London, that that's what I'm asking. I'm like, how do you like it? She's like, no. I'm like,
I am moving. I am leaving.
yeah. And I like the sun, right? And so he's pretty like fixed. He has an established life in London.
Do you think if you went to see him, like that, you guys would date if you like moved to him?
I think so. If I was in London, like, yeah, I think we'd be together.
Has he said that?
I haven't asked. But, and, you know, and I don't know that it would be fair to ask unless I moved there and we spent time there, like, you know, like long, you know, a longer, you know, period of time. Because everything's been in snippets for us, about a month at a time.
So you've been dating him since January of 2021. During that time period, have you been seeing any other guys?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
more,
very enthusiastic. Oh,
the
yeah.
first year of that, I was still just kind of like carrying on with like dating, and I was dating like fully dating, like multiple, like, all right, dinner tonight, dinner tomorrow, you know. Now I'm not dating. I'm not really interested.
How frequently do you guys talk? Like on a daily basis, weekly, or?
Several times a week.
Okay.
Do you text or like call?
Alternate, like call once a week, but like a lot of texting.
Okay, well, maybe we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
In your Twitter bio, you state that I am not for sale, but my nudes are.
That is attention. Can you say that one more time? They're for sale on OnlyFans.
That's a hell of a marketing tagline.
Do you like it?
No,
I appreciate it.
Well, do you want to know why I put that up recently? Is because I had an offer made.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was really bothered by it. But to be honest with you, I was really bothered by it. Not really. I mean, I don't judge. There's a lot of escorting that happens in these industries, as we all well know. But it was the approach, and it was also the fact that I'd heard from a friend recently about a traumatic experience, and she's a high-earning, big-name porn star. And she had a very traumatic experience escorting, and she is in therapy for it, and it just broke my heart. And yeah.
Nick, open it up, please.
So I'm not for sale, but my nudes are very much for sale.
Okay, really quick question on that. I suppose I can open this up to the entire panel. So there's not like a price,
Whenever
There's
I
always-
started,
no, absolutely,
whenever
there's always
like 10 mil. You
absolutely
wouldn't.
not.
do you see a
I mean-
barcode?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Do you see a barcode anywhere?
I have to ask an honest question. Can I ask you, as someone who
A
like,
little closer.
okay, can I ask you, as someone who just left porn, why are you offended that someone would ask you that? Like, because as someone who went into, I knew exactly the kind of treatment I would get. So anytime I got asked those, as I guess I could say, stupid questions, I knew it came with the price. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I would never be offended that someone saw me as an object when I'm putting myself on display as an object.
Okay. Very valid. And I think that I think what offended me is honestly the fact that it was probably projection, because I considered it, because I was a good price, and I was like, you know, so is there a price? So I think that's why I was like, wait a second, you know, it put things in perspective. But I was offended because this guy was name dropping left and right, all of these actresses that he works with, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to know who you work with. I'd appreciate it. In fact, if you show them respect by having some discretion. So I was offended by the whole experience, but not like the approach itself.
Well, okay, look, so just to open it up to the entire panel, and this is related to what you have in your Twitter bio. Do you have a price? Like for me, dude, if someone offered me 10 mil, I'm taking that.
It's like a house. My house
I'm
might not be
taking
for
it.
sale, but if someone comes up and is like, yo, $500 million, you know what I mean? Like, it's not for sale, but, you know.
It would depend on the person too. If somebody's really offering me $10 million to buy me, it would really depend on the person.
Okay.
But I also hate the fact that men think that they can like own you. That's why I like your Twitter bio.
Not
Because
own you.
I mean,
We're
some of them
like
can.
we're.
But
I'm
it's
just talking
still- I mean-
like sex one time.
I mean, in reality, porn is technically that. Working for Pornhub is technically that.
Getting paid for sex. Yeah.
Is technically that.
Yeah,
So
the only
that's-
difference-
and
the
then
only
I'm
difference-
anyway-
the
But
only
is
difference
it
the
on the
camera.
men for buying it, or is it on you for putting it on OnlyFans or Pornhub?
It's
It's a
been
two-person
porn has
exchange.
been
It's just supply and demand.
But yeah, but
I
like,
think it's on both.
porn has been an
Right,
issue.
but that's what I'm saying,
anyone.
like-
I think it's just
but like,
supply
why
and
do you? I
demand.
don't understand why you would hate a man owning you if that's what you're selling.
She didn't say that though.
I'm
Owning
I
a
don't want-
picture of her or a video of her is
I-
not
yeah,
the same
that's-
as owning
I
okay,
a
might have
it's not
person.
misheard you.
gonna be-
I thought that was what you said.
Here, let's
No.
just go around the table. So you get one. Is there a price where you'd be like, I'll sell sex for that price?
I mean, I guess I'd love to say no, but at the end of the day, if somebody came up to me with $10 million cash and said, "Have sex with me," here's like,
It's
I
hard
don't
to turn
know.
down.
I
Hard
don't
to
know what
turn
I would
down.
do.
What about
Absolutely not.
you? Wouldn't do it. 10 mil.
No. Morally,
10 mil.
I know my morals aren't completely there. Like I do OnlyFans, but like I don't think I could get myself to say I let somebody buy me for a night.
That's set for life money. You don't have
No
to.
way.
You don't have to work again.
But you have to
You're
look
good.
at yourself in the mirror again. And that's more important to me, to be honest. Like I've always said since even when I started stripping when I was like 18 years old. I blew out the birthday candles and was wrapping my shit around the pole. But I did always say like to customers, I sell the view of my body, but not my body itself. If you can find a barcode, there you go. But
Word.
not gonna find one. so.
Word. Okay. Price.
I'm tired of working, so hell f***ing yeah, bring it on, shit. I'm sick of this shit. So
Let's
look,
go.
and it's only one night too. I ain't gotta like make a dick appointment every week. Come on now, baby, let's do it.
You're hilarious.
Holla.
Holla. Let's go. Okay.
For me, I feel like for the sake of my dignity and out of respect for whoever,
Tilt the mic down towards you just 10.
like this,
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like because of my dignity and my morals, I guess I couldn't see myself setting a price to do something like that. And as I said, like out of respect to the person I potentially might get with for a future, I wouldn't want somebody to be able to say, "Oh yeah, I paid for her for the night." I can't see myself
10
doing
mil
that.
though?
And I know like
10
10
mil?
million is
That's
a
a
lot of
lot.
money, but like at the end of the day, it's like money isn't everything.
Are you waiting until marriage?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even get into that, but
Good for you.
okay.
Yeah, there is no amount of money. Absolutely not.
10 mil?
No.
What if the husband gives the green light?
He would absolutely not.
Husbands, confirm or deny?
It's
Do you
too-
give the,
it's
do you
too-
give the
yeah,
green
that
light?
is too precious of a gift. I
I think
believe.
it's
Zoe-
wrong to buy a woman's body. That's why it's like,
Sure.
yeah.
Zoe, what about you?
Not anymore. If you asked me 6 months ago, hell yeah. But not anymore. I'm doing like better things.
10
so,
mil?
Nah.
10, 20 mil?
Not anymore.
100
hey,
mil.
I wish you would have caught me 6 months ago. And I would
Shit.
have said hell yes. But right now,
That's not me
No, for the
offering. I'm
clip,
just
for the clip.
throwing out numbers. Pearl,
No, I'm okay.
10 mil?
Nah, I mean, I feel like if I was that desperate for money, I'd just go live in my parents' house.
Mm.
You know.
Okay. All right.
I have a low-key like a story that might be